Have you ever been in a situation where you have resisted change? Well, let me tell you my story. But before that, hi, my name is Kirti and welcome to Conscious Conversations. Getting back to this, many years ago, I was this rebellious teenager. I was never able to accept a lot of things my mother had to do. Does it ring a bell with you? My mother wanted to take me to meet someone whom she hoped could influence me in a positive way. I said, no way, I'm not coming. I don't want to hear someone give me advice. Well, my mother won over me and we waited in line. And my mother, as soon as she got her turn to speak, went on an entire rant to say how painful I was to deal with. The person listening to her on the other side was Sadhguru. He looked at me with a twinkle in his eyes and said, well, if she wouldn't fight with you, then with whom would she fight? That possibly was one of those moments where I met somebody who understood me in a completely different way. I met somebody to whom I did not need to explain myself. And this possibly started my journey with Sadhguru. I have been watching his content over the years. I've looked up to him for answers to many questions that I have dealt with. And his clarity is really awed me. So, who am I and why am I even narrating this? I'm just the person next door, a corporate professional with a lot of years of experience behind me. Somebody who goes through life with a lot of curiosity. This channel is my attempt to candidly speak about day-to-day situations that you deal with on a day-to-day basis. There is a conversation that's going on that very soon we would be stuck by a mental health pandemic. So why not look at situations in a completely different lens, in a completely different life, and also look at it from Sadhguru's wisdom. So getting back to where we started, how many times have you resisted change? How many times do we go through change and we feel not so happy about it? Sometimes we feel so adamant and simply don't like the way things are going. As many times, and many times later, I felt maybe I could have responded to this a little differently. So let's see what Sadhguru has to say about it.
Why is change in life so difficult? When I was younger, I was excited by change. I looked forward to it. I was happy when it happened. As I'm growing older, I try to avoid it as much as possible. I'm not able to cope when it happens.
It all depends who is initiating the change.
Maybe, but is there something like an appropriate response to change?
One reason why change is becoming difficult as you get older is you have found cocoons of comfort. There are many comfort zones you created. Any disturbance of that, you're disturbed now. When you were young, you were not looking for comfort, you were looking for life. Now you're not looking for life, you're looking for comfort, safety. See, when you were 16, 18, you had wild dreams as to what you want to do with your life. By the time you became 25, you cut down all the frills and thought, this is all not practical, I am becoming practical now. All that happened is you were becoming a coward, but you said, I am becoming practical, and cut down many things and said, if I get a job, if I earn my living, this is okay. By the time you're 35, you're thinking, if I don't get into any trouble, that's enough. You're not looking forward to anything great happening. If I don't get into trouble, that's enough. But that's when you start getting into trouble. So, you're not looking at life with zest, you're looking at life as safety. The more security-oriented you are, the more disturbed you will be with every change that happens in your life. The essence of physical existence is change, isn't it? Isn't it so? Everything is changing. Is there anything that's not changing? Everything in the existence is changing, isn't it? The physical existence is constantly changing. The very essence of physical reality is change. Nothing is constant. Even the so-called static states are dynamic in nature, everything is changing. So if you resist change, you're resisting life. If you want an unchanging life, There's one beautiful place where nothing changes, that's your grave. Either you must go to your grave or you must get enlightened if you don't want change. Then somewhere inside everything is same. But otherwise, as long as you're a part of the physical process of the existence, everything is changed, there is nothing that is not changing. These two are the best of the devil's tools. If you want to destroy your life, frustration, you start with frustration, develop into depression, you're there. There's nothing worse than that. You'll work against yourself. And the moment you resist change, frustration is natural. Once frustration comes, it'll naturally evolve into depression.
Well, I hope you liked the video. I know generally, and even me, we all watch content at the end of the day as we unwind our day. And I hope this video has helped spark a little bit of, has helped you unwind, has helped you feel rejuvenated, and stay tuned for more. Before I sign off, I'd love to interact with you in the comments. Let me know if there are any specific situations, challenges that you would like me to address. We'd love to walk this journey together with you. Bye, see you soon.